Today we're going to be looking at Saria Simp account. So we're going to start off with my account since I do have a maxed out Saria. So let's start with that. So I'm not going to go over every operator, but I'm just going to explain why I chose what I chose for my levels and Elite 2. First of all, Saria, of course, she's my waifu, she's my favorite operator, and that's why I have her maxed. The potential isn't that high, but it can't be helped since I don't really whale for the game. I do spend a bit, but I don't spend too much. So yeah. Second is Liskarm. Liskarm is max because I do use her often and she isn't as tanky as something like Hoshiguma or Neon. So I found that I needed the levels a lot, especially during the contingency contract. She was around level 40 and she wasn't sufficient for the risk 18 I was trying to do. So I had to level her up a bit. I got her to level 70 and then I decided just to max her out to level 80. So that's why she's level 80. Silver Ash, I did just get Silver Ash recently. So I haven't been able to max out the mastery. You can see that Silver Ash is the last operator I got before Blaze and then Chen. So I did just get a few of the 6 stars very recently and I'm not complaining. I did spend all of my XP cards on him, so right now he's level 70. To be honest, I don't really use him that much, but I already know how useful he is. That's why I got him up to that level. He isn't even max trust yet, so yeah. Ifrit, I don't have any masteries for Ifrit, but I do plan to rank up the second skill, at least mastery 1. And I do want a max potential Ifrit because at the max potential, the last talent improvement reduces the Rhine loop by 0.5 seconds, and that's actually a lot, so I really want that improvement. Okay, Doberman. When I started playing Arknights in CN, Doberman was the instructor and I couldn't read the Chinese stuff, so I really liked Doberman a lot. She just grew on me, and then when I read that she was the instructor for all the other ops, and I found it really nice that she had stories, or she was always mentioned by other low rarity ops such as Catapult or Spot. They'd mention him, or they'd mention her. So she really grew on me and she became my favorite 4-star. She was actually the first unit I maxed with Mastery 3. So yeah. And you might be thinking that Doberman is useless without the 3 stars, and that's true to some extent. So I have all the 3 stars maxed, so yeah. Alright, so Vigna is one of my favorites as well. She's a very good, strong and reliable 9 cost drop. So she does a lot of damage, around 1800 per hit, and you have to consider that she has a passive which increases her attack. It's a RNG bonus that increases her attack, so she's just really painful, and the value you get from her is really good. Chen, so Chen is one of my favorite operators. So I did like 100 pulls to get her, and the mastery 3 took a while. I'm not sure if I'm gonna work on the 3rd skill, but looking at my resources, I probably will not. Alright, so most of the 5 stars here, you'll see they have mastery 3. That's because I did have them a lot earlier than the 6 stars, so it was no-brainer to mastery 3 some of the better or some of the higher tier 5 stars. So I did get a lot of them early on. See, you can see Spectre I got really early. Oops. Alright, I'll just change that later. So yeah. For the levels, I plan to do Magalan, Blaze, maybe Spectre, and Helager for up to level 65. That's where I stop for the most part. For the masteries, I do want mastery 3 on Zima's 1st and 2nd skill, and it's not to get a mega simp roll or anything. Zima's skin is my favorite. It hasn't been released, but I'll leave a image beside this screen. So this is the skin for Zima, and it's really nice. The animations are really nice and I really love it. And let me explain why I want to max this out. So you can see the first skill. It's the normal 12 deployment, yada yada. Why not just max it out on Siege? Siege has better stats. That's true, but Siege also costs 14 DP without any potential. Zima only cost 13. So I do have the -1, so right now it's 12. And keep in mind that for Vanguards, the cost of the operator is very important. You also have to consider how easy it is to get the dupe. So it's a lot easier to get dupes for a 5-star compared to a 6-star. For the second skill, I really want to max it out because I want to see how much damage Vigna can do in the future. So that's one of my projects. So yeah, I do plan to mastery 6 Zima. What else? Estelle, I did Estelle just for waifu reasons. Moose, I just needed an AoE guard and I really like her design. Not gonna lie, I also do like Astasia's design, but I started working on Moose before I got Astasia. So that's why Moose is the one that's Elite 2. Perfumer, I didn't have Pitalosys for a really long time, so I did work on Perfumer. But even if I did get Pitalosys, I think I would still work on Perfumer. There are some situations where her passive healing for all allies is really useful. Myrtle is the DP regen queen, and people ask me, is that still true with the release of Elysium? And yes, it's definitely true because Elysium's a dude, and his type, and he can't be a queen. So yeah. What about for the stuff I plan to E2? All of the 3 stars, if they could be E2'd, I'd E2 some of them. So as you can see, I always do play with the 3 stars. It's really fun to use them actually, and a lot of them do have free skins. So eventually, most of them will get free skins. The only paid skin, if I'm not mistaken, is Midnight and Cruise. So yeah. Red. I haven't been able to work on Red yet, but I do plan to max out both his skills with Mastery 3. As for the rest, I want to do Ambriel, maybe Mayor. So yeah, I have to weigh out the stuff because as you can see, I only have 8 Originium and I don't really spend too much on the game. I admittedly I can't really afford to whale for the game. So yeah, we're going to be reviewing the next Saria Sim. Alright guys, so the next one we're going to be doing is Fura's account. So Fura was the second mega sim for Saria in my server. You can see that he doesn't have a lot of Originium, same as me, so we have that in common. Alright, so the only unit he has maxed is Saria. He's actually pretty close for the potential. He's a lot closer than me. And I don't think he spends. Yeah, he doesn't spend much. Yeah, that's not too much. So he doesn't spend that. Wait, there's a starter headhunting pack. I did. Oh, I probably bought it. All right. So, the potential he has for Saria and Ifrit seem to be more of his luck. That's the way he explained it to me. So he's really lucky with the dupes. And he's really close to Ifrit. As you can see, he already has Ifrit at Mastery 3. That's really cool. Alright, so he has a really solid lineup. Wow. Even Hoshiguma is Mastery 3. That's really impressive. That's really impressive. So most of his 6 stars are Mastery 3. Exia is at Mastery 3. Mine is also just skill 7. She does fall off in CN, so that's probably why a lot of people have stopped building her. I'm not sure though. So yeah, she's still viable though. So if you want to build her, just go right ahead. Damn, I didn't know Fura had a lot of Mastery 3s. That's pretty impressive for his level. He has Astasia instead of Moose. Mastery 3. Mastery 6. Wow. That's good. I really like his distribution. It's really nice. He doesn't have as much E2s as me, but all of his E2s, 80% of them have Mastery 3 or Mastery 6. So that's pretty good. He chooses his operators really wisely. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so he has Ifrit. He has a lot of the Rhine Lab folks and the Maxed Moose. So overall, I'm liking the operators he chose. Alright guys, so we're going to be doing the third Saria Mega Synth, and wow, he's really high level. I don't know this guy too much, but he has a lot of Originium, so I'm betting that he does spend quite a generous amount of money for the game. So let's check out that. Okay, so I think this guy is Necros cousin. So he's Necros cousin. Alright. So he has a lot of max level friends. Wow. Alright. So this is a pretty good account. I haven't seen his ops, so I'm gonna look at that now. Wow, he has 3 level 90s. Alright, so he has Mastery 3 for Blaze, 200 Trust, Mastery 3 for the second skill. He chose the second skill. Alright. That's nice, that's really nice. Mastery 9 for Saria. And a lot of people, even if they don't like Saria in particular, you'll see that they have Mastery 9 because all of these skills for Saria is very useful. So Skill 1, you're going to be using that when you only need to heal 1 or 2 allies. The Skill 2 is the one that's used more often. It's going to be used for healing large groups or operators who are far away from Saria. And Skill 3 is more of a debuff, and you're going to be needing that in some stages, and in CN they actually do use Skill 3 to combo with something like Mostima and Suzaron. So yeah, there are lots of ways to use it, and it's a very useful skill. So I do see a lot of Mastery 9 Sarias, not because they like Saria, maybe that's a factor, but sometimes it's just for efficiency in the future. So yeah, Mastery 3 for XU side, for Lapland, max level also. Alright, Helagor is skill 7, Mastery 1 for skill 3. That's pretty good. His account is really nice. Mastery 3, Mastery 3, Mastery 3. What? Siege Mastery 3. Wow. When you drop Siege, she's gonna be dropping herself with a backflip. So that's an instant flip. So that's pretty nice. Mastery 3, skill 7. Alright, that's understandable for healers. I also don't work on the masteries much for the healers. Oh, Asia, 200% trust. Asia's a really good Mastery 3. He did get Asia a very long time ago, even before Saria. So I guess he just doesn't work on his Asia on purpose. Alright. So we're gonna look at his other stuff. This is a really good account so far. Alright, Mastery 1. Mastery 1 is a really good stopping point. It gives you -1 skill points. So you can see it's 7 skill points. Usually it's 8. And that's really strong, especially when you do have the potential maxed. Because if you do have the potential maxed, it's going to become, instead of every 6 seconds for the Rhine loop, it's every 5.5 seconds. Mastery 1, Mastery 3, Mastery 3, E2, E2, E2. So for Pytholosis, a lot of people just need the talent, so they don't really work on the masteries. So it's really hard to find someone with a maxed out Pytholosis. For Warfarin, the upgrade doesn't really help much. It gives you +10 attack every upgrade, so it's just better to work on other ops unless you're really trying to do some sort of buff army compilation or something like that. So yeah, a lot of content creators do work on the Warfarin. I haven't worked on her and I don't plan to work on her soon, but I really do love the skin for Warfarin. Mastery 3, Damn, this account's really good. So, he stopped at level 40 for the vanguards and the specialists, the drop specialists. Oh wow, Mastery 3. I didn't notice. So this gives Ethan 75% chance to snare the enemies. So yeah, 75% chance to snare the enemies. Mastery 3, so that's really good. You can pair that with his feeder. So all of the content that he's gonna try with this account is gonna be relatively easy. That's pretty cool. And he does have a lot of these skins. Oh, he also has Vulcan. A lot of them are level 1. Alright. He doesn't have that many E1s, but the E2s he has, they're all really good. They're all really good. The skill levels and such are quite nice. So the last thing I want to look at is the skins he has. So we're gonna be looking at the outfits he has. Wow, he bought everything. That's pretty cool. Maybe someday I can buy everything also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Alright, so he bought all the skins. So this guy is a dolphin-ish to a whale. So he doesn't spend... I'm not sure how much he spends because I don't know this guy too closely, but this is a really impressive account. So that's it for the Saria Sims. We only have 3 Saria Sims in my server right now. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.